Sorry, I didn't warn you.
Scared Julia so bad.
This week we've got pesky fleas, intruder attack, and drowning tortoises. Pick it away, Tiffany.
That's fucked up.
Why?
Drowning tortoises? They're not supposed to be swimming.
Yeah, they're on land.
Okay, so for our first story, it has been reported that they found fleas that have tested positive for the plague.
What the fuck?
Are you talking about the plague that fucking ravaged through Europe and the Middle East and all the way to Asia?
Yeah, like
the
the Black
motherfucking
Plague?
Black Death?
I can't believe the government is going to the fucking crazy extent to inject fleas now with the plague.
That might be happening.
Did this happen back in the 30s when everyone died from a plague?
No, this is like
Before the 30s.
This is like the Dark Ages.
Oh, the Dark Ages.
The 30s was like the Great Depression, bro.
1300.
Oh, 1300s. That's what I meant. I said 13.
So what happened?
That means these fleas been surviving off of some fleabag ass dogs that's been carrying these motherfuckers.
That's what carried those motherfuckers is on the fleas from the rats.
From rats.
Yup. All throughout Europe.
You know that
Don't blame the rats.
Thanks, Gio.
You wanna know?
I knew it. That's why I said it first.
You know that they're saying that they believe that the plague originated in China?
Cause Chinese people dirty?
Of course.
I don't know.
Everything happened in China.
How come they didn't die then? They're just immune to it? Oh, it's the Chinese smallpox?
Oh.
They don't know where it came, but the rumor is it came from rats, the fleas that stayed on rats, and it traveled from the Silk Route all the way into Europe. But it went rampant in Europe because the medieval cities were very dirty.
So dirty. They would take a shit and then they would get the shit bowl and then just throw it out the window.
Throw it out the window.
And people walking had to have umbrellas or they're gonna get shit water on them.
Shit rain in London.
Gross.
And they said the minorities were dirty fucking white people. Old white people, not the new white people. Don't get offended.
Medieval white people. Medieval white people.
Not the new white people. White. The new white people are cool. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy because apparently it killed more than 20 million people in Europe.
Wow.
Damn.
Total deaths are estimated between 75 to 200 million.
Wow.
On the brighter note though, thanks to that, we have the Renaissance.
Why?
Abundance of food. After all the people died. Yeah.
You don't have to share as much? So eventually the disease did die out because everyone would die and then the rodents would be dying as well. And then there was another outbreak in Asia and then it just circled back again and there was way more people that kept dying. But
People kept coughing from white people coughing on Asians, Asians coughing on white people. It just keeps coming back and forth.
It's like a ping pong game.
I know, it's like a ping pong game between Europe and China. People dying all over the place.
yeah, you know that song Ring Around the Rosie?
Yes.
Apparently it was based off of the plague.
Dude, all of those fucking kid lullabies, they're morbid as fuck.
You mean nursery rhymes?
The nursery.
Yeah, those.
What's a lullaby then?
Lullaby is when you go to sleep.
Oh, well, that's what they were used for.
Yeah, no? Yeah?
No, you just dance around.
Alright, fine, fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
what if
they're
we get like
morbid.
the Rockabye Baby
Yeah.
on the treetop?
That's a lullaby.
When the wind blows, the cradle will
It'll
drop.
Like what? You're talking about killing babies?
That's mad
London Bridge is
flows.
falling down. That's fucked up.
That was because of the whole war thing. Too.
Yes, but it's still like kids singing it. That's why they put that shit in scary movies because it's morbid.
That's dope. Motherfuckers chopping heads, chopping heads, motherfuckers chopping heads.
You're gonna have your Jamalian children chorus.
That'll be dope, yeah.
Joe's gonna kill your mom, kill your mom, kill your mom.
Pedophiles, get the whip, get the whip, get the whip.
But yeah, these fleas, they were found in Arizona.
What?
Oh shit, that's close.
What is happening there?
I
a good
don't know. And how did they find them? I'm not sure. They're just saying that they were testing fleas in different areas and that the fleas would come out positive.
They're just randomly testing for the Black
That sounds
Plague.
weird.
Who does that?
Where's our money going? Why the fuck are we testing fleas?
I didn't know we were testing fleas on a random.
Yeah, they're collecting them like near lake areas. And
Can they tell us where these fleas are like coming from?
Arizona.
No, I mean like what specific is it around Phoenix?
That's what Gio's saying.
Aren't fleas coming from the grass? And in Arizona, there's no grass.
It's a bunch. It's a fucking desert.
I
Yeah.
don't know the origin of fleas.
What if somebody got infected and then they're like, oh shit, we gotta hide this so that nobody freaks out about this dead body, and we'll just say we're gonna test random fleas.
Or there's some other shit happening that's greater, like the fucking...
Government's injecting them.
No. Something greater that's happening in the news right now that they're trying to deflect attention to. They're like, oh, plague-filled, fleas are coming to get you. But there's like racism, fucking shady shit happening.
North
that they're
Korea, all this stuff going on. They're trying to distract us from. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
The Black Death is pretty crazy though. I didn't get to go to the catacombs, but everybody else did.
Oh, I know. I wanted to go.
You didn't go either? Did you go?
No, I didn't go. Hell no, I'm not gonna bring my pregnant wife to that place.
Hell no.
Why not?
She's gonna carry a demon back.
I know.
Exactly.
Like, what? Why not?
Wait, I'm on his side. I'm not on
No,
her side.
I'm like, is that really the logic here?
That's
It could
my-
happen. It happens in the movies, right?
all the time.
Because movies are real life.
Scary movies are real life.
Yes.
I don't fuck with those.
You're funny.
All those bodies in the catacombs, a lot of them are from the Black Death.
Yeah.
Didn't we get that in Europe too? Remember that park that's like everyone goes and they visit now, but then back when the plague was around, it was like filled up with a bunch of bodies because they didn't know what to do with it.
You guys went to
I don't
that?
remember that park.
Ah, fuck.
Is that when you guys conceived?
It was in Paris. No, that was in London.
I don't know what to do if we had the plague in the United States.
Is there a cure for that shit?
Nope.
They're saying that if you
People
catch
just
it,
die.
no, if you catch it soon, like the fact that you have symptoms, then it could be treated with antibiotic.
You know what's fucked up?
Really?
Oh yeah, they didn't have antibiotics.
Yeah, they
With
didn't have
all
it.
of these diseases though, if you go to WebMD, they are all the same symptoms.
Flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, flu-like symptom.
Flu-like
That's
symptoms.
it.
Even AIDS is flu-like symptoms. And you know what? Like my stubborn ass, Asians just don't like the hospital. Like we don't go to the doctor. We think nothing's ever wrong. I could have a fucking 200-degree fucking temperature, and I'm like bleeding out of my asshole, and I'm like, it's just a cold. I'm going to sleep.
Sleep it off.
And Jess is like, you need to take Tylenol, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna destroy my liver. I'm going to sleep.
You're internally rotten. I'm
Yeah.
not destroying my liver.
No, apparently there's 3 forms of the plague. There's the bubonic plague, the septicemic plague, and the pneumonic plague.
Why does bubonic sound like a dope strain of weed?
Because it is.
Because it is.
Oh, it is?
Bubonic chronic.
Purple bubonics.
Snoop Dogg sang about it. That's why.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Well,
each
I'm
plague
on it.
has different symptoms and stuff to look for. But apparently symptoms appear 2 to 6 days after being exposed to it.
So once your eyeballs start bleeding, you should go to the doctor.
Pretty much.
I don't like the plague.
Yeah, so they're just warning Arizona citizens to be careful, to lock up your pets,
Lock them up. What the fuck?
or like
what do you-
make sure that they're leashed.
Like throw them in the freezer?
Don't let them roam around like
Or just use flea.
Throw them in the oven?
deflea them.
No.
Flee them in the oven?
No.
And if you like skin wild animals, to wear gloves and I don't know, all these other
Don't wear the skin.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, for our next story, there was this family in Virginia that they walked into their home and discovered that there was an intruder in their home. And
You motherfucker.
the reason why they found that out was because they found a blood trail all over the house, and it turned out that their dog, a German Shepherd, saved the day and attacked the intruder. And there's just a whole bunch of blood everywhere. Yes.
Wow.
But the intruder didn't take anything.
I thought it was like a lady burglar that was on her period and she ran away.
That's where your mind went? I just
That's
thought
what I
that- What?
I thought it was the dog had a period and was just walking
The
around.
dog had a period.
Yeah, female dogs have periods.
But very
do.
small. It's not the
Oh yeah,
where-
spotting.
Yeah,
Right.
the little spots.
I don't know, maybe some.
I just thought the intruder got cut intruding.
Oh, maybe. No, they're saying that once they walked in through the front door, that they didn't notice anything was wrong until they started looking around. They saw like
Body parts everywhere.
they saw like just blood everywhere.
Oh, I love it when dogs bite people.
Me too.
Me too.
The intruder didn't do like something stupid where they try to sue the.
Well, they still don't know who the intruder was because
just
by the
ran
time they
away.
got home, like there was no one there, and they
You can't add stuff to the article.
Well,
No,
you know
I
what? This
didn't.
is Virginia. It's not California.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna show you guys a
Most likely.
video of the homeowner taking like a Snapchat of all the blood evidence.
What the hell?
Whoa!
Bruh,
Oh shit.
Is that a napkin?
best dog you can have.
Wow.
Whoa.
Is that a napkin?
House, you deserve this. Y'all deserve this shit. You don't fuck with me and my dogs, bro. You don't come in here.
They don't bleep out fuck.
Dude, that guy's a fucking genius.
Who?
He probably murdered someone and set that whole shit up.
Maybe. Where's the body?
Fucking genius, dude.
That dog looks like a big raccoon.
That guy looks like a Akita shepherd.
Blush.
Cute.
He looks like a different kind of German shepherd.
Ready to play baseball.
Save the day.
Damn, that's nuts.
Imagine if you guys walked in one day and you just see Meatloaf like just having
You almost
blood.
called him meatball.
I did. Ever since you guys named him, I always want to call him Meatball. Like Meatloaf.
He's a loaf, not a ball.
You know what's crazy, or not crazy, but what's interesting is once these guys start dying out, my dream dog at this point, because my dreams always change, is a poodle, the full-grown poodles. So I might get fucked if someone.
If you get one, you have to get a fro comb and puff them up so it looks like a big.
Why are you always living through my life?
No, if you get one though, it's gotta be a big cotton ball.
When we were planning our wedding, he was giving his 2 cents about the wedding. Now naming our kid.
Joe already has plans for everybody.
Yeah, Tortoise.
He has plans. Now my dog. You have.
Hey, you know what? Tiff kinda took my suggestion for the wedding thing because she came out looking like a Chinese girl.
Oh yeah, I did.
And then I was like, I want a Mexican meets Asian wedding. And you met halfway because you did the French thing, which is a Western style, and you did the Chinese thing. So I was like,
No, I did the Mexican thing too, the money dance. That's Mexican.
oh yeah, the money dance. Yeah, the stripper thing. Yeah, that was. Yeah, we were all pinning dollars on her.
It depends where you pin them. That makes it stripper.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Stupid.
We should go after we shoot. Depends on where you put it.
All right, for our last story, there was this pet owner that saved his drowning tortoise by giving it mouth to mouth for an hour. And
That fool was just horny. He was just trying to make out with his turtle.
turtle.
Tortit.
Tortit.
Are you gonna say tortoise?
What's going on?
It's a tortuga.
Yeah, so for a whole hour, John was giving mouth to mouth.
How old is this tortoise? Because they can live a long time. So if it was like 100 years old, I'd get it.
45 years old.
Oh, I get it.
Wait, this guy for a whole hour straight kept giving mouth to mouth?
Yeah, massaging like the stomach and the legs.
Well, I would have gave up after 2 minutes.
That just tells you don't give up.
How, yeah.
Never give up.
How was he so sure that after an hour the tortoise was gonna come back to life?
Well, the thing was when he started giving mouth to mouth, apparently like a little like teaspoon size of water came up from the lungs. So what happened was he has his tortoise, Freda. So Freda was in the backyard and he has a pond there. And so she's never really gone into the pond. So then this one particular day he was looking for her and he found her in the pond.
What if she's trying to kill herself and he brought her back and she's like, fuck, oh, come on.
Yeah, so then he found her and then that's when he was actually really like distraught that he called his daughter and like he was just like, oh, I don't know what to do. But then eventually he was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to save her life. So then that's when he started giving mouth to mouth and like massaging her and then like a teaspoon size of water came up from her lungs and then he just kept going and making sure like she was responding somehow and like he said at one point like she brought her head in to her shell and so he was like, okay, I think I saved her. So he just was persistent and he saved his pet turtle. So,
That's awesome.
or tortoise.
Yeah, it is a tortoise.
Here's John and Freda.
Dude, he probably had her since he was a little kid.
Yeah, probably.
Probably super attached to that guy.
That tortoise is gonna outlive him.
Yeah. Let's see if
that's
she returns the
crazy.
favor.
I know I pictured it to be way bigger.
Right? I was picturing something like this.
Yeah.
They get really big.
But I don't know, it's pretty amazing.
The one that me and my friend saved was like this big.
Wow, that's
It was
huge.
the same story. I had a friend named Derek, and then he had 2 tortoises that his grandparents passed down to him. Mm-hmm. So I think they're both like 70 or 80 years old. And then they just live in like this little fenced off area of the backyard, and they would just feed them lettuce and like roses because they really like to eat the petals. And then one day we're just in the backyard hanging out, and I'm like, hey, where's your tortoises at? And he was like, what do you mean? They should be back there. And we start looking, and we see one, and I look at the pool, and the other tortoise was just at the bottom of the pool. Like,
Oh no!
it was like this. It wasn't moving. And then Derek saw, so he jumped in and he grabbed it, but it was heavy. So he would try to like give it to me, and I grabbed them, and we put them out. And then same thing, the tortoise went, bleh, and like a little bit of water came out, and it would start breathing, and you see little bubbles forming on the nose.
Aw, poor buddy. Oh, that's awesome.
You guys didn't have to give CPR. You just let it sit there and it just yacked out the water.
No, we didn't have to give CPR, but my friend was crying because it's like when you have a pet, like we have dogs that are like 10 years, right? And then this one's 40 years. But then if you have a pet that was passed down from your grandparents to your parents to you, it's like
It's a living legend.
it's a completely different attachment than like whatever attachment you have with your dog times that by like 100, you know? And I just saw him like bawling. I'm like, fuck, that's crazy.
And he had two?
Yeah, two of them.
Do they live like in the backyard, or how do you keep them?
Yeah, it's in the backyard.
That's a family heirloom, homie.
But how do you even get out of this territory and go into the pool?
I think they just bit through the chicken wire.
Oh,
And that fool's just dumb, just went to the pool and probably just fell straight down.
Maybe it was trying to drink some water and then he did whoop and it slipped inside.
Yeah.
I don't have fins. He was probably holding his breath the whole time too, because you know how like turtles and reptiles, they probably just move really slow.
Yeah.
So like they're like a whale where you could just go and then hold their breath for like 10 minutes.
That fool probably, as soon as he hit the water and it went down, he's probably like, fuck. I fucked up. He's just like slowly going, son of a fucking bitch. I'm gonna die. He just laid there. Motherfucker.
That's exactly what he was saying.
Yeah, John said that he thinks she might have been in there for like about an hour.
Wow.
Crazy that she even survived. And he was even using a hair dryer, like massaging her and like
Oh, damn.
making sure like moving her legs until she opened her eyes and started gasping for air.
I wonder how long tortoise can like hold their breathaces, because I want to learn their technology, because like they could live long. They could outlive like 3 generations.
Just eat lettuce.
But I don't think that's their regular food. Like in the desert, they don't eat lettuce in the desert, right? Like,
They probably eat bugs.
do they? They're so slow. How can they catch a bug? Like, bugs are
They
fast.
probably eat a cactus.
Oh yeah, because my friend's turtle loved cactus. We would pull away the freaking thing. I didn't think that was their thing. Like I thought they would eat a lot.
They like to eat stuff that has a lot of water. That's why they ate like the rose petals and then.
Oh, that makes
If that motherfucker eat my succulents, I'm kicking him out.
So apparently a desert tortoise diet is mainly of safe grasses and weeds, leafy greens with small amounts of hard vegetables and moist fruits.
Oh, fruits too.
But I thought it was kind of funny because when John was describing
They look nasty.
like how he sees her recuperating, he was just like, she's eaten a quarter of a tomato and 2 lettuce leaves, so I don't think she's got brain damage. She's just walking around and looking at things like normal. The only difference is now she's looking at that barrier around the pond that I put up yesterday. So I just thought it was kind of funny. It's like, well, what would be abnormal for her if she's just walking around looking at things?
She ate less
Even
of the
slower.
tomato. Yeah.
I wonder if they forget.
Like if they would go back to the pond if they didn't fence it off.
Yeah.
I think turtles have really good memories. I have 2 turtles at my dad's house, and they're those little snapper ones.
Yeah.
And every time I go towards the tank, they just start jumping up and they're like climbing because they think
They
I'm
want
gonna
food?
feed them. They want food, but they remember. They know every little instinct. You know.
Oh.
I thought it was because they're happy to see me, but it's probably food.
I think turtles are wise.
because they're old.
Yep. They know the world.
Hey, you guys want to stalk any of us? Well, go ahead down to the description box below and you can follow us on the Instagram and all kinds of stuff. For more videos,